Broward County school officials hid the behavior from law enforcement, didn't report it, hid it, brushed it under the rug. Why would schools hide? Why would they go to such lengths to hide violent behavior? I don't quite understand this. Why wouldn't they just report this troubled, violent individual to law enforcement or otherwise take action?
Thank you, Senator. There's a lot of issues that you talked about there, but I think that the solution to connecting all these dots. I mean, number one, you had a massive problem. There were silos of information. The Parkland murderer was extremely violent. He committed over 55 different disciplinary incidents in school, and then law enforcement was at his house over 40 times. Law enforcement didn't know what was happening in the school. The school didn't know what was happening outside of the school. So it's really connecting those dots. And that's why Senator Grassley's bill is so critical, EAGLES Act, because EAGLES Act reauthorizes the U.S. Secret Service's National Threat Assessment Center, which are the ones that are doing this work of connecting the dots through the behavioral threat assessment. And if the behavioral threat assessments are done correctly, you've got a lot of great outcomes. A couple of them are, number one, reduced suspensions, exclusionary discipline, bullying, racial disparities, and school arrests, which is what we all want. But even more importantly, if you're doing these threat assessments done correctly and properly with fidelity, which did not happen in Parkland. Parkland did a threat assessment on the Parkland murderer in 2016, completely botched it. The assistant principal that did the threat assessment had never done one in his 30-year career, didn't know where the paperwork was, didn't know how to fill it out. And I think that, we're seeing the same things in Oxford High School, and I think we're going to see a lot of, in all of these horrible tragedies, because we know these individuals don't just snap overnight. They exhibit concerning behavior ahead of time, and that's why, if we can pass the EAGLES Act, that will reauthorize the Secret Service's National Threat Assessment Center to do what they're doing and pass and teach more school districts to do threat assessments properly. Because if we can do that, we can stop mass shootings in schools. But not only that, the goal of a threat assessment is to get these individuals the help they need. And if we can do that, we can make them productive members of society and make our entire country safer in the long run.
The problem is, committee members, is that the mental health professionals that are present in communities that are suffering from gun violence all look like you. They don't look like me. They don't look like other people of color that have been through mental health trauma. They look like you guys that are esteemed, coming with affluent backgrounds. They don't look like me, people who can secondhand attest and have faced that sort of trauma. So in addition to legislation revolving around gun control, we need more mental health professionals, not just mental health professionals, but mental health professionals that, one, looks like the people that they're serving. Because how does it look that a person that doesn't look like me can come and tell me something about gun violence and you've never experienced it? You don't know the first thing about gun violence, and you don't know the first thing of how it feels to be affected by it. And you're not living in the community. You have never dealt with it. So that's the message that I want to leave off on today, Senator.
Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. And while you're at it, please leave us a comment. Thank you for watching.